I just got home from work and I came home to these. I found these on Amazon and they're a pack of beanies, 12 beanies for about $1 and some change each. So I paid about $12, $13 for them. And we're gonna dress them up and put them on the website. Plus, I've been really wanting to try these printable vinyl transfers. So I'm really excited to try those out. I just bought a new printer too, an inkjet printer. They work with an inkjet printer, so I'm really hoping that these come out pretty sick. Don't hate on me, I know I'm using fabric scissors for plastic, but you know that's all I have right now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 beanies that we're gonna customize and put on the website. The printouts look like this. I printed them with my computer and my inkjet printer, and I cut them out with my Cricut. So these are all iron-on transfers, full color, and they heat with about 300 degrees because the beanies that I got are acrylic, so they could not handle 350 degrees, so 300 is about the right temp, 310. So what I do is make sure I have all the images that I want to print in my Cricut Design Center, and I make sure that they all have an offset, so the printer will be cutting around the image. You do not need to mirror these images because we're printing on this certain type of inkjet paper. It will be placed face down on the garment when heat pressing it. I like to make sure I go into the preferences just to make sure that everything is printing at a high quality and in color. And then send it to your printer. I'm using the Epson Eco Tank that I really love. I just got it at Walmart too for like $170. And printing should take less than 30 seconds. Comes out looking like this. It does have a bleed on it, so when the Cricut cuts it, it doesn't cut out any white spaces. Once you send it to your Cricut, it should take another minute to fully cut them out. Don't judge my Cricut mat, please. I do a lot of projects, and I'm planning to get a new one on Amazon too. They're like $10, but just lazy. Once it's cut out, it should be an individual cut like this. And that's how it's gonna look when you press it down on your garment. I'm gonna add matte vinyl to my design. So I'm gonna print out some cool fonts and texts that are gonna go above the image on the beanie. These you do have to mirror because they are HTV, just regular vinyl cuts. And you're going to be placing them kind of opposite upside down on the garment, so please mirror this part of the project if you want to add text to it. I'm using the matte vinyl selection and sending to Cricut. It should take another like 3 to 5 minutes to cut this out. Sometimes it takes a little longer to do text because there's more details on it. I like to start in the corner edge of the vinyl and peel off whatever I can get in one go without ripping any of the text. So I just try to peel off a big old piece and hope for the best. But that's kind of the easiest too. It really helps with just the weeding process and doing most of it in one go. Depending on how complex your vinyl is, you can do this. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you'll have to just go in there with your weeder and really just take everything apart little by little. Once you have the rest of your image or your text, you can go in with your weeding tool. But I like to use little tweezers just because they're easier to pick out little pieces like this. And of course I have this little weeding collection tool that I found at the Dollar Tree. But you could also find these on Amazon for like $6. But I did find it for $1.50. The weeding tool sometimes messes up or it won't grab the vinyl off the sheet good enough, so the tweezers really help. Okay, once you have everything cut out, your inkjet printable transfers and your matte vinyl, if you choose to use that, I like to preheat whatever garment that I'm working on. So I'll do a 300-degree press on the beanie before I put any transfers or lay out any designs on it. One important step is you have to peel the back of the ink transfer. If you press it with the paper, it will not stick to anything, and it'll ruin the cut too. So make sure you peel off the backing. Earlier I did one without peeling the backing. I totally forgot, and I pressed it with the matte vinyl on top, and I pressed it on the beanie, and it just totally didn't stick, and I totally messed up this beanie. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Ugh. So make sure you peel it. I'm gonna take the vinyl and use it to hold down the transfer, so when I'm pressing it, it doesn't go anywhere. I like to unflip the flaps just so it gets a really even pressed heat all around the image. You'll hold this at about 310 degrees for about 10 seconds. Then peel your plastic parts off of the matte vinyl when it's cool enough to peel it. Here I am removing a little speck of matte vinyl that I forgot to weed out, but it's really easy to take out once the image is really hot. And I like to repress it one more time just to lock in all the flavor. It helps with the longevity of the image, the matte and everything. It just kind of just locks it in. I always like to press it twice. So I'm gonna make a few more and repeat the process by preheating the garment first at about 310 degrees for about 10 seconds. Pre-peel the transfers and put them in a position that I want to press them into. Here's how that one came out, but I'm going to add one final touch. I'm going to add a few of these grommets that I also got on Amazon. You could place these on with a pressing tool, and you can get that on Amazon too. Everything's from Amazon pretty much. And I just go in with my Cricut scissors and pre-place a hole where I want the grommet to be so it fits in there a little bit easier. I'm gonna be doing 2 on each side, so I'm just gonna keep repeating the process. And here's how the grommet looks pressed in. And I'm just gonna do that to each side. And here's how it came out. I'm gonna add grommets to all the hats I'm doing and do them all in the same position. They're really cute, so you could hang charms on them, put safety pins in them, or just get creative. You could also clip it on a keychain, clip a keychain on the hat. The possibilities are endless. Kind of. And here's the ones I ended up making today. Let me know which one is your favorite and which one looks the sickest. Here's the final products. And yes, they're reflective too, so check them out in the dark. They glow. I'm a huge fan of reflective wear. Follow for more crafts and brand tips.